everyone, and welcome back in our series of trip to the ancient African state. Today, the flight of Sankofa lands in a territory limited to the north by the Sahara Desert and to the south by the forest, between the Upper Niger Valley and Upper Senegal on the border with White Africa. The first major black empire to emerge in western Sudan, its hegemony lasted from the 4th to the 11th century. Welcome to the Ghana Empire, which was very different and much larger than today's Ghana, which Kwame Nkrumah wanted to honor by choosing its name to baptize his country, the newly independent Gold Coast.
African History Daily by my daddy.
In Ghana, gold grows in the sun like carrots, said the traveler Ibn al-Fakil Amadani in his book The Kitab al-Budan. More detailed and serious evidence comes from the 11th century under the Almoravid Caliphate of the time when al-Bakri visited the mighty kingdom of Ghana, then at its peak. Here is an excerpt from his story. Tenkamenin is master of a vast empire and of a power that makes it formidable. All the pieces of native gold found in the mines of the empire belong to the king, but he abandons to the public the golden powder which everybody knows of. Without this precaution, gold would become so abundant that it would be almost worthless. The king of Ghana can put immediately 200,000 warriors on the campaign, with more than 4,000 of them armed with bows and arrows. Ghana is the mark of their kings. The name of the country is Auke, he said. The city of Ghana consists of two cities located in a plain. That was al-Bakri's description of Ghana. But the oral tradition described it as Ouagadougou, whose capital city was Kombi Saleh. The kingdom seems to have begun modestly in the Auke region by a simple confederation of Sarakole tribes, each of which exercised its authority over a definite space. The kingdom covered the cities of Bokunu, Ouagadougou and Kata, but the expansionist policy and the military power of the sovereign of Ghana made that at the end of the 10th century, the Berber cities of Oudagost, Walata, the Mazara kingdoms of Tekru, Barissa, Diara, Soso, Sila were all incorporated in the empire. Two groups composed the settlement of the empire, one to the north and the other one to the south. The northerners are composed of nomad Berber and Tuareg tribes, and the southern group has two fractions. The Mazara fraction was composed of Wolof, Tukulur and Serer, and the Bafo fraction composed of Soninke, Marka, Bambara, Malinke and Songhai. This gives you an idea of the present-day countries that were then on the territory of this empire, which was managed by the king, called the Kaya Magan, which means king of gold, or also called the Tunka, which means lord or god. The society was organized into clans. The royal clan was that of the Tunkara, who formed with three other clans the aristocracy of the empire. Those were the Suba or Magasuba, the warriors of the king, the Kagoro, who formed a military elite, and the Magasi, who were the king's horsemen who composed the royal guard. The succession to the throne was from uncle to nephew. The sovereign can only be the nephew of the king in maternal line, since one is always sure of being the nephew of his maternal uncle. The empire was subdivided into kingdoms, and provinces themselves divided into villages. Economically, the base of the economy was trade. The empire, by its geographic position, was an important crossroads of products from North Africa, such as fabrics, copper, silver, dates, figs, and especially the salt bars brought from the Sahara, which were exchanged for goods from southern countries. This trade also generated substantial income through the taxes that weighed on this activity. There was also a flourishing breeding and agriculture around wells and oases, and then a very rich craftsmanship. This empire spread until 1076, before collapsing under multiple assaults of the Almoravid, who ended up conquering then an empire already undermined from inside by conflict of succession and vassals eager to freeing themselves. The fall of the Ghana Empire favored the establishment of Islam not only among Berbers but also among the black populations. Animalists Sarah Colles and Mande will withdraw further south, and the Fulani settled in the Futa region. The fall of Ghana soon allowed the rise of the Empire of Mali that we already visited in this podcast. My African cliché of the day is a wonder faced with the idea that at one point in its existence, all these tribes, all these ethnic groups, all these religious groups lived together on the same territory, organized and administered by the same sovereign, with a system of provinces, villages and cantons. Well, it feels good to see that very long before colonization, the Ghana Empire was already so well organized. But that was before the Gold Coast became the Slave Coast, letting so many ships leave the borders full of brave Africans. Of those slaves that left Ghana, some have returned, and we will explore next week their lives abroad and back in Ghana. I look forward to see you next week about the Sankofa. Thank you and have a good week.